So Kimora Lee Simmons and Erica Kennedy were BFFs. So was Kimora Lee Simmons and Kim Porter. Erica Kennedy wrote this book called Bling. It was about a music mogul who started dating this really young girl. Erica ends up dead. Kennedy's cause of death has never been publicly announced. Here in essence, it says Erica Kennedy, what her passing teaches us. As of this writing, no official cause of death has been released.
Another sip. Erica Kennedy wrote Bling about Diddy. The main character is Diddy, and when he got wind, he wanted to unalive her. And I don't mean jokingly.
Y'all, I went down the rabbit hole about Diddy again, and let me tell you, this story about Erica Kennedy is making me sick. So, in case you've never heard of Erica, she was Kimora Lee's best friend, who worked as a fashion writer and publicist. At one point, she also worked for Diddy's fashion label, and then she wrote this interesting book called Bling about the hip-hop industry that became a New York Times bestseller. But then, in 2012, shocking news broke that Erica was found dead and deceased in her apartment, and to this day, the cause of death still hasn't been publicly revealed. Now, you know how people are already speculating that Diddy's ex Kim Porter didn't actually die of pneumonia, and now it turns out there's another woman who was connected to him and then died under mysterious circumstances. Seriously, how is no one investigating this man? Anyway, rumor has it that Kimora knows a lot more than she's letting on, and some sources have even claimed that Kimora has the original manuscript of Kim Porter's book. So, will Kimora be the next to expose Diddy? What exactly does she know about the deaths of Erica Kennedy and Kim Porter? Let's just jump right into it.
Now, with that being said, on top of the fact that the music mogul in the book was the head of a record label called Augusta Records, I mean, I don't know. To me, it definitely sounds like it was about Diddy and Kim Porter.
Okay, so according to Erica Kennedy's Wikipedia page, she was born on March 24th, 1970 in Queens, New York, and she attended Sarah Lawrence College and Oxford University, earning her bachelor's degree in liberal arts. It says she worked as an author, blogger, news correspondent, fashion journalist, and publicist with many fashion designers, including Sean Combs. Her Wikipedia page also says she was best friend of model and television personality Kimora Lee Simmons, serving as the maid of honor at her wedding to Russell Simmons and godmother to their daughters, Ming and Aoki. So after she graduated from college, Erica wrote about fashion for many different publications like Vibe, InStyle, Paper, and LUK. And she also published 2 novels. Her first novel, Bling, was published by Miramax Books in 2004 and became a New York Times bestseller. And then I also found this article from 2007 where it says that the Weinstein Company, yes, that Weinstein, was interested in adapting Bling for their big screen. Now let's talk about what kind of story Bling is, because here's where things get really dark. So basically, Bling is a story about a young woman named Mimi who was discovered by a powerful New York City-based hip-hop mogul, Lamont. She quickly becomes his hip-hop princess, and he propels her into the world of the mega rich. Mimi and Lamont eventually start a relationship and embark on this roller coaster romance. But Erica doesn't glorify this lifestyle in the book. In fact, she said in this 2018 interview with The Frisky that Bling was a satire. And then there's an interesting character in the book, the father of Mimi's best friend Lena, who has a very negative attitude towards the hip-hop world because he believes it glorifies criminality, degrades women, and broadcasts a negative image of black people to the world. But all of the other characters in the book ignore him, disrespect him, and just roll their eyes when he starts talking down on the hip-hop music industry. Now, the fact that Erica was Kimora's best friend and worked for Diddy's fashion label means she most likely based at least some of her characters on people she knew in real life. And Erica was definitely critical of the industry, which is not surprising considering she had inside knowledge of how men like Diddy and Russell Simmons get to the top. But then tragedy struck, and on June 18th, 2012, the New York Times published this article titled "Erica Kennedy, a music writer who satirized the hip-hop world, dies at 42." Now, you're probably probably wondering what happened to this young woman that she died so suddenly and just 4 years after Kim Porter's death. Well, Erica's Wikipedia page says that on June 18, 2012, the Miami Beach, Florida Police Department confirmed to news media that Kennedy's body had been found in her home on June 13th. And then there's one more sentence saying, Kennedy's cause of death has never been publicly announced. Now, I can't be the only one who thinks this is literally spine-chilling, because at this point, I can't even keep count of how many people who were in some way associated with Diddy died suddenly and with no explanation. Like, how can one man have so much death around him? So let me get this straight. Kimora Lee's two closest friends in the industry were Kim Porter and Erica Kennedy, and both of these women died under strange circumstances within a few years of each other. Nah, this is a job for the FBI, because what is actually going on here? Anyway, I tried to find as much information about Erica's death as I could, but it seems like someone has made sure there are almost zero sources linking Erica and Diddy. I did, however, find this post published in International Business Times on June 18, 2012, and it contains a statement from Erica's family. The post is titled, "Who was Erica Kennedy? Family Issues Statement on Death." And in the first paragraph, it describes her death as mysterious. And then it goes on to talk about how Erica started her career as a publicist for top-notch designers and chronicled her fashion and PR experience in articles like, "I got Puff Daddy into his first suit." It says that in her article about Puff, Erica gleefully pokes holes in the facade of hip-hop glamour and celebrity with phrases like saying, "I don't know" doesn't come easily to those with male genitalia, especially rich black men who find themselves in unfamiliar environs. But clearly someone didn't want us to read this article, because when you click on the hyperlink where it says, "I got Puff Daddy into his first suit," it leads you to a broken page. The post then quotes Erica's family statement on her death, which reads, "It is with great sadness that we announce that Erica Kennedy passed away in Miami Beach, Florida last week. We are devastated by this incredible loss. Erica was bright, funny, talented, thoughtful, and passionate. In her 42 years, she lived many lives as a fashion publicist, a journalist, a novelist, a blogger, a brand consultant, and a social media connector. But perhaps her most remarkable accomplishment was the indelible mark she has left on the lives of so many people across the globe. We love Erica, and like her countless friends and colleagues, we will miss her. However, we ask that you respect our family's privacy during this very difficult time." Now, you may be thinking that the family probably knew how Erica died, but simply chose not to share it with the public for privacy reasons. Well, it seems like that wasn't the case, because this IB Times article says, "The grieving for Kennedy is compounded by the frustration of not knowing the cause of her death." It then goes on to say that Erica was not known to have a serious illness and seemed to be in the prime of her life. Now, on the other hand, I also found this article in Essence magazine titled, "Erica Kennedy, What Her Passing Teaches Us," that claims Erica struggled with depression and implies that she took her own life. The writer of this article, Vanessa K. Bush, claims that she heard from those who knew Erica best that she was suffering from depression. But it seems so bizarre that this person would speculate on Erica's mental health, especially when the family asked for privacy, and none of them publicly mentioned that Erica struggled with anything. So naturally, I had to do some digging, because I wanted to know why Essence magazine would publish this article and openly claim that a woman took her own life without offering any proof. Now, I may be reaching here, but 6 months before Erica died, Essence magazine was acquired by Richie Lou Dennis, the founder of Sundial Brands, who seems to be very tight with, you guessed it, Brother Love. In April 2019, Richie Lou shared this post on Instagram about Diddy and his kids celebrating Black mothers, and he added the hashtag RIP Kim Porter. So to recap, the magazine owned by a friend of Diddy's published an article claiming Erica took her own life, even though her family said they didn't know what caused her death? Okay. Oh, and before I forget, in 2020, Richie Lou Dennis was accused by Black Female Anonymous, a group made up of former and current Essence employees, of bullying, and mistreatment of employees. The women alleged they were systematically suppressed by pay inequity, corporate bullying, intimidation, colorism, and classism, and claimed the company had been, quote, hijacked by cultural and corporate greed and an unhinged use of power, end quote. An internal investigation was launched into these allegations, but you know what internal investigation means, right? It's basically like a police investigating themselves. You already know they're not going to find anything. And that's exactly what happened. According to this article by the New York Times, investigations at Essence find no evidence of work culture. But you know what they say, you are the company you keep. And it looks like Richie Lou Dennis and Diddy remained close because Dennis still follows Diddy on Instagram. Now, going back to Erica Kennedy's death, following this recent news about Diddy and Cassie, and then all these other wild allegations about Diddy, fans on social media are starting to question if Erica's death had something to do with her book.
Here in essence, it says Erica Kennedy, what her passing teaches us. As of this writing, no official cause of death has been released. I just pulled this up, and according to them, there's still no official cause of death released. So Kimora lost her best friend, Erica Kennedy, unexpectedly. Then she suddenly loses Kim Porter. This guy is Ed Winter. Ed Winter does high-profile autopsies, okay? Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Brittany Murphy, Corey Haim, Paul Walker. When Kim passed away, Kimora was like, nah. I'm not hearing that. This is my second best friend. Something funny. Kim Porter was supposedly said to have passed away from lobar pneumonia. I'm going to just leave this here for y'all to read. Y'all can pause it if you want. So as you can see in that report, Kim Porter's death was ruled a homicide. It was ruled a homicide by Ed Winter. So because he said all that, he got fired.
Now, as for Kimora Lee, word on the street is that she knows exactly what happened to both Kim Porter and Erica Kennedy. And while some fans are dragging her for staying quiet, others are being more reasonable and pointing out that Kimora has 2 daughters and is probably scared to say something that could put them in harm's way, especially if she knows what Diddy is capable of. Plus, do you know that Cassie said in her lawsuit she decided to file and go public with her story because Mr. Combs remains immensely powerful and immensely dangerous. Honestly, I understand why people who are involved with Diddy are scared to speak. One fan said, "This is so sad, and these women didn't deserve this. 3 beautiful women writing tell-all books and 2 unalived, and the other he paid thinking it would be over. But boo." And someone else added, "People don't understand this. They screaming, why now, blah blah." People would be offed for speaking up. Witnesses murked before testifying. It was real. But let me know how y'all feel about this Erica Kennedy story, and do you think Kimora Lee will be the next to expose Diddy? Leave your comments down below, and then check out this next one.